broadcast by the Intergalactic Improv Initiative.
A Citadel Carol, Episode 1. Oh, the weather inside is frightful. Featuring the voices of Amanda Cotter, Tiff Compton, Hans Cummings, Maria Damianou, Shay Grové, Chase Hutchison, J.D. Kelly, Hunter LaPaglia, Lea Lawson, Leah Ryan, Dan Spitaliere, and creator, Kaya Renwick. It's Christmas Eve, a time of mystery, expectations. Who knows what might happen? I should roll. Approximately 9 million people call the Citadel home in the years following the Reaper War. There are no shortage of holidays to celebrate, since every species from the Asari to the Owl are represented on the massive space station. And where there are holidays, there is always shopping. Tamaru the Elcor owns and runs the Citadel's biggest shopping emporium, a single-stop shop till you drop 50-storey, 5 million square foot department store in Zakara Ward. Enthusiastically, if you can't buy it at Tamaru's, it's not legal in council space. Catchy, right? Tamaru is renowned for being a fair and generous employer. She is also, quite possibly, the galaxy's biggest Shakarian fangirl. So, the month after her favorite couple on the extranet got hitched, Tamaru decided it was only appropriate to show her adoration in the only way she knew, by decking out 6 floors of her gargantuan store in a patchwork homage to the human holiday of Christmas. Unfortunately, Tamaru is really bad at using the extranet. The evergreen trees are interspersed with jack-o'-lanterns, and Santana's elves, yes, you heard me right, wear shamrocks on their red and gold jackets. There's a T-Rex in the nativity scene beside the cow herders and the multi-winged, multi-eyed celestial beings. The carolers are arguing over whether the lyrics are 12 Varen leaping or 12 maws of threshing, but she thinks that she's got it all right, and she would be heartbroken if you told her otherwise. So, tonight I will be taking you through Tamaru's Emporium, and we will check in on a handful of colorful characters, all of whom are just trying to get through the night. The true meaning of Christmas is in here somewhere. I just know it. Maybe we and our cast will have better luck finding it if we recite the ancient incantation inscribed on Tamaru's seasonal flyers. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the store many creatures were stirring to buy gifts galore. The stockings were hung by the luge track with care, in the hopes that covert Nicholas soon might be there. The children were hopped up on sugar and spice, while parents, concerned, kept them away from the ice, and cashiers in their pom-poms and elves in their caps had just arrived for their shifts, armed with maps, when from speakers above there arose quite a din, and Santana was forced to scramble through vents just to get in.
December 24th, 2188. Terran Universal Coordinated Calendar. The Citadel. Widow System. Serpent Nebula. Zakara Ward. Upper Market District. Tamaru's Emporium.
Okay. Hi, my name is Vahlen. I'm here for my first day at work. Hey, I'm Vahlen. It's my first day. No. Vahlen, at your service. It's my first day, and I'm gonna be fine. It'll be great. I've got my red and white heart suit on, just like they asked. I have my acceptance documents on my Omni tool. I've got the cookies surprise present Viper gave me as a present to my new boss. What's the worst that could happen? Hi, my name's Val.
Job training in the next room.
Oh, so I just, okay. What in Tuchanka's arid butthole is this? Hey, what do I do?
Put the black plastoid cassette in the slot under the screen.
Okay, I just put this in here and... Welcome to Tamaru's completely authentic Earth Christmas shopping experience. At Tamaru's, we are committed to our staff safety record and well-being. Tamaru's has everything. Christmas is a sacred time of year for many humans as they celebrate the coming of Santana. You have been selected to be our store Santana. Your white beard and hat are taped under your chair to be put on at once. For your first day, it is expected that you listen to all young beings' wishes as Santana, as they sit upon your knee. Warning, Elcor and some Krogan children are quite heavy, and the supplied hydraulic knee brace should be used. Your merry throne sits upon a craggy outcrop of presents, and is beneath our false snow home and smoky hearth. Smoked Varen meat is also available by the hearth. Remember to upsell it to the parents. When lifting children, remember to keep your back straight and bend your knees. This will prevent injury that can be sustained in the workplace. To promote further safety in the workplace, be sure to avoid talons and claws from the children and parents that come to see you as Santana. Hello? Is this normal? Shouldn't we be evacuating?
The emergency quarantine has been activated. We just have to sit tight and wait for lockdown to lift, rescue to come, or starve.
Great. Sugar loaves. Okay. Escape. Hang on a moment. Vents. I reckon I can fit in this vent. I'll just undo this screw here, and this screw here, and... Great. Okay. Let's see where this leads. Great. Now I know what a microwave Quarian Dextra ration feels like.
Welcome to level 26 of Tamaru's Emporium, Primary Age Toys. Be sure to check out this month's festive-themed Santana's Village. Beginning from any elevator, kids and parents can follow the Rainbow Road through a labyrinth of wonders. Test out and pick out toys from all over the galaxy, and play with dozens of your favorite characters right here in the real world. Chase Perry the Pyjack through the jungle of aluminum Christmas trees. Jam with Red, Chic, and Bon at the Rockin' Hot Dog stand. Take a sleigh ride pulled by the most magical of Santana's helpers, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Space Cow. All roads lead directly to Santana's workshop, where the jolly bearded man himself will ask you, yes, you, just what would make your little heart sing most this holiday season. If you've been good, he'll have his elves make your heart's desire from starlight netted by straws spun into gold. But if you've been naughty... well, there's no need to get into that, now is there? Enjoy your visit to Tamaru's. Maven, you are on cash. It's been a day. And Elfest, you are at one of the many elevators. So to remind you guys, the general layout of every floor of Tamaru's, there is a bank of elevators in the center of each floor. Each floor is approximately the size of, I think I said 2 football fields. A little bit less than a regulation football or soccer pitch, for those of us who think in other terms. So we've got this central bank of elevators. There's also there's staircases in each corner. And there are also elevators on the sides and a service elevator, a larger elevator on the back of the floor. And the front of each floor is entirely windows looking out onto the Citadel. As Elfest, you have picked an elevator. I don't know if you maybe rotate elevators depending on where your jolly making skills are most needed. I don't know whether your Omni tool actually is chiming with the store-wide alarm or not, seeing as you're not technically an employee. But Maven's, yours sure is, and it says that Tamaru has locked herself in her office, and could someone please come get her out? This happens on occasion. She's not the most tech-savvy of Elpor. But yeah, you've got a line stretching. Well, you can't see the end of it. Of course, however, since the store has gone into lockdown, so has your point-of-sale system. And so you can't do anything. There are lights and klaxons going off, although honestly, the lights kind of just look like part of the decor, and the klaxons are kind of getting drowned out by the piped-in Christmas music. And so while the customers are confused as to why you can't sell them things, there's not really any obvious. They're not about to panic until word spreads that, of course, the elevators have locked down and the doors to the stairs have also locked.
I am crawling through vents, and I come out at a vent. What can I see when I come out?
There are these colorful cones that are Christmas trees. As far as the eye can see, there are little hologram toys and real toys running around everywhere that kids could play with and then pick up and then take to be bought. You can see a little bit a ways through the colorful Christmas trees an equally colorful Rainbow Road. Yes, think Mario Kart. The road is glowing and glittering. It's the Wizard of Oz meets Mario Kart. And those are the roads that all of them lead to the center, lead to Santana's village, which is essentially a ring around the main elevator bay.
Well, I suppose my job is to be Santana. So I guess I would head towards there. This place sounds amazing. I want to go here. Yeah, I would like to head towards the central bank of elevators and Santana's village, so I can find my strange throne for greeting the youth of the various species of the galaxy. Without training, without completing my training, because I don't know what else to do at this point.
Fantastic. As you approach the Rainbow Road,
watch out for blue shells.
Perfect. You hear a raucous Vorcha Vorcha voice coming from down the road. And what is Elfest saying, yelling at the moment?
Elfest is bopping down the Rainbow Road.
Rocking around Tamaru's, it's the Christmas time today. Hey, stop touching that unless you're gonna buy it. Be more jolly.
The poor human child, probably 4 or 5, looks at the terrifying elf with way too many teeth, immediately drops the stuffy that he was playing with, and runs screaming into the trees.
Does Elfest have the sort of green and red shorts and vest?
He sure does.
Yeah.
He sure does.
That's amazing.
Yes, with the hat with the little pom-pom.
You see Vahlen, who is a fairly average-looking Tyrian, except for the fact that he's wearing a mainly red with white trim hard suit with fur trim around the collar, a Christmas hat sort of haphazardly placed on top, and a white beard sort of hooked on the front of his, slightly hooked onto the mandibles that is clearly not properly attached.
Hey, it's Santana! You all little children better start being good, or else he'll come and get you.
There's a general outcry of, scary, Elf is being scary! And there's the exodus of small children running away.
Vahlen sort of calls out, I don't think I'm here to do that specifically, but what? Come back. Ineffectually. I'm not even going to roll a persuasion for that one.
No, they're long gone. Long gone.
If they run from you, they're not really good.
You mean they only run if they're guilty?
They only run if they're naughty. And you don't have to give them presents, unless you have coal. Naughty children like to eat coal, for some reason.
I've only got this present at the moment, but it's from my boss, so I need to hold on to that for the moment. Do you know what's going on with the alarms and the locked doors? I had to get here by some unorthodox means.
The alarms are noisy. They're not jolly. I don't like them. But the doors are locked. Why are the doors locked?
I go over to the elevator and start pushing the button.
Work!
It does not work. It does not work. Maven, I'm going to say that they have gotten close enough that you can see your Jolliest coworker ineffectually trying to open the elevator doors. The person in front of you is a Batarian man who is rapidly becoming irate that he cannot finish his purchase. What are you doing?
Listen, dude, move it or luge it. I can't sell while my system's down, okay? The luge is right over there. Help yourself. And then I'm gonna step out from the counter, flip my sign over to closed, kind of give the crowd the middle finger. I don't care if I get fired today. It's been a day. And I'm gonna stomp my little butt over to Elfest. It's broken. It's broken. Do you hear the alarm? What are you thinking?
Me? I'm thinking you're not jolly. Maybe you need a visit from Santana.
Oh, yeah. So true.
Hello, Maven. Ho, ho, ho. Be more jolly, or else I'll have Elfest eat your food.
We should clarify that Elfest has just pulled out a Santa puppet, which he is pushing into Maven's face.
Technically, I'm supposed to be Santana. I start speaking to Maven as they seem slightly more lucid, and say, "Hi, it's my first day, and this is happening. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, or do you know what's going on?"
It's your first day? I would say congratulations, but that would be disingenuous. Well, it looks like our boss has managed to get themselves locked in their room again. So there's that, and the hardware's on the fritz again, so nothing's working, because of course it's not.
Right. So is there like a procedure for how long or till your boss is overdue before a rescue arrives?
Procedure? That's really you'll fit in here. Procedure. Is there a procedure? I legitimately, have we had any employee training? I'm assuming there have been fire drills.
I think that you probably got that employee manual first day, went, ugh, boring, and tossed it on your desk where all your homework is, and it's long since been buried. So you don't have any fucking clue.
Yeah.
Nor do you care.
This sort of thing tends to sort itself out. People get paid more than me to deal with this,
Yeah, sure, I get that. I just, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing, and if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, presumably I don't get paid, and if I don't get paid, it's literally the day before Christmas. I don't want to let my kids down,
You're Santana. You're supposed to sit on your butt and let little kids sit on your knee. Hopefully they don't pee. And then they tell you what they want, and You just file it away in your memory, and then some other person, like their parents, will give them the presents.
I mean, sure, yeah, I got to that part in the training of the sitting on the knee part. There was a knee brace talking about Elcor children being larger, but it didn't cover P. That's for sure. And if there's a, I mean, I don't know how to handle these things. It's my first day, damn it.
Handle them carefully. Elcor children are chunky boys.
As you guys are talking, out of the control panel beside the elevator, an avatar appears of a Quarian with an anime VTuber face on their mask. The Quarian is also wearing a little Santa hat, on top of which are a pair of reindeer antlers on a headband. It's quite the look. The festive Quarian says, with like the full-on kawaii, like the little upside turned V eyes and like the happy little blushy points.
Hello, coworkers, and Vorcha. The alarms are going because Tamaru has been threatened and has locked herself away. Did you not check your Omni messages? She's on level 50. Can you luge upward? Do your bodies do that?
What is the standard greeting for this? Woo? Do you know if there are other methods of? We cannot luge upwards. Are there other routes to get to higher, like upper floors?
Who is interrupting my talkie-talk? Oh, hi! And uwu to you too? You see...
Oh, damn.
Can I use my Omni tool to call my boss?
You can sure try. Yep.
Beep boop, beep boop.
Give me a luck check, just a straight D20 roll.
It is an 18.
Awesome. The call connects, and you get a couple seconds of static, followed by the unmistakable sound of Tamaru's favorite Christmas album, which is entirely Elvis classics.
But with sleigh bells.
But with sleigh bells, yes, yeah. There's absolutely nothing Christmas about it. It's just Elvis songs with sleigh bells in the background.
Nice.
That's all. Yeah. Relieved. Are you coming to save me?
I sure would like to, but everything's locked. Can you let us into the elevator shaft?
Frustrated. I have been locked out of all systems.
Of course you have. Okay. Permission to destroy company property in the acquisition of you?
Resigned. If you must, I suppose. Concerned. Please hurry.
Oh, that sounds bad.
I'm gonna hang up. I have suddenly a lot more interest in this venture, so sign me up. Let's go.
Right. Well, I got in here through the vents. Do you think there might be more vents that lead to upper floors? Is there like a floor diagram on your Omni tool?
Would I have a map of Tamaru's as an employee? I would assume so.
It does have a map. You peer at the map, and I think you maybe scrolled through this once to figure out where the staff cafeteria was, and also you heard rumors of there being a staff spa, which there is. But you didn't look any closer at it at the time, and now you're looking closer, and you do realize that there are emergency maintenance shafts marked on every floor. And they are out by there's some in the front corners near the front sets of stairs, and there's also two on either side of the service elevator.
Okay. I'm gonna point these out to the group.
Well, I came out the ones by the service elevator, but thinking of that, these main elevators are locked down and the stairs are locked down. We could check the service elevators and see if they're also locked down or whether they're available.
Sounds like a plan.
Now that you've gotten acquainted with Vahlen, Elfest, and Maven, I'm going to whisk you away to a different level, where yet more exciting things are happening. Namely, a young Quarian child has just punched a Hanar, because the Hanar called out his little sister for liking a Geth doll. People, am I right? Este and Ezra, you guys have just been checking out a Beth the Geth, and a Hanar just passed by and loudly judged you for a Quarian playing with a Geth toy. You have Ezra, the only one allowed to give his sister any shit, immediately punched the Hanar in its squishy blobby center, which I love the idea of the Hanar like coming down and getting in little Este's face. Alternatively, Ezra like basketball popping up to punch this mother where it hurts. Either is amazing. I don't want to know which it is because I want both options to live in my mind forever. And Este has run away after running after Ezra because Gus and Charlie were like, what? Kiddo, you can't just hit Hanar. That's kind of rude. And now the Hanar is, of course, freaking the fuck out. So Gus and Charlie are dealing with that. And you guys, how are you getting down a floor? Are you taking the luge track? What's your plan?
Absolutely. I'm absolutely going down the luge track.
So you guys are going from the arcade Club Penguin Neopets level, which is just lights everywhere. And yeah, Ezra, you book it for the luge track. Do you bother grabbing a sled?
Hell no. Ezra is very much a person who thinks he knows everything because he's about that age. And he's like, suckers, I don't need that. He's gonna go down as if he's like surfing a wave.
Oh man, my brother's so cool.
I would like you to give me either an athletics or an acrobatics check to see how well you manage this.
Fuck, I knew that was coming. I should have been prepared.
Yeah, you're gonna surf on ice. You're gonna have to roll me a check.
All right. So what's it?
You can do it, and also, please wait up.
Did you say athletics or acrobatics? Either one?
Yes, either way.
Which
either
one?
way. I will give you rule of cool advantage here because you're a cute kid trying to do something cool.
Fuck yeah! Okay, because I think both are negative. So
I kind of figured since you guys are level 0.
Yeah.
No, athletics is +0. So all right, cool.
Woo!
Okay, first is a 4, not great. Let's try her again. 14.
Okay, yeah. With the 14, you're like, as you get on, there's like the tiniest wobble, and you're like, no, I'm cool, I got this. And you zip down and go flying out onto the next level in between all of the evergreen trees. And just as you do so, a whole bunch of alarms start going off. And they're pretty loud right where you are, right at the wall. Este, how are you going down this luge track?
I'm gonna do the same thing, but I've got my Heelys. I've got my Heelys out, cause that's how I get around fast. So I try to do just what my brother did, but then I've got my wheels on my Heelys.
Okay, as you approach, you are running. I think you're a little shorter. Your legs are a little shorter. And Ezra was also. I feel like Ezra has hit a growth spurt recently, and has got like a few extra inches on you, and so you're like toddling along, and you're like going back and forth between the Heelys and the running, and the Heelys and the running.
Yeah.
And just as you come up to the entrance of the luge track, a hologram appears at the side of a Geth, but kawaii.
You're beautiful.
The Geth says,
Hi. Safety. We are Employee Collective. Why can't we say our name? We are. We love you. Kawaii. Goodbye.
I love you too.
disappears, immediately reappears.
Wait, you need to slide with us.
Then the apparition disappears entirely.
With a what? I need a I just need to do it. I'm gonna I'm just gonna slide. Here we go.
All right, are you go on your feet?
Oh yeah, just like
All
my
right.
brother. I can
Then
do it.
athletics or acrobatic, please. I think you actually, I cannot give you advantage because you were trying to go down an ice slide in Heelys.
No, you shouldn't. As a matter of fact, because fun, I'm gonna use acrobatics because my dex score is 5. I rolled a 6 on the dice, so that means I got a 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 3.
You have this brief moment where you feel like you are just flying and it's amazing, and then you realize that you actually are flying.
Oh no!
And you slam into the side of the ice wall and sling around, and you screech to a halt in the snow at your brother's feet.
I'm okay. I'm sorry. I'm okay. I'm sorry. I'm okay.
Okay, so Ezra's gonna, like, kneel down and, like, just spin the wheels on the Heelys and just, like, keep doing it for a minute like a cat with a thing of yarn. And then he's gonna say,
I told you stop trying to copy me, freaking Wuzo.
and then walk away.
Welcome to level 27 of Tamaru's Emporium, Candy and Confectionery. This month, our candy and confectionery section is dressed up with mistletoe and ivy. Enjoy the real evergreen trees surrounding the stalls of handmade goodies and the real snow coming from our state-of-the-art climate control system. It's just like the snow on the Presidium. Also, rent a pair of skates by the rink near the elevators and glide through the forest to see all the products on offer before grabbing a hot chocolate and watching the hockey tournament or taking a ride down the loose track in the northwest corner stairwell to level 26. Tamaru's is not liable for injuries incurred while customers avail themselves of the premises. Enjoy your visit to Tamaru's!
June is sort of hiding. She's taken one of these evergreen trees and like yanked it behind a set of shelves, kind of in the back corner of the store. And she's trying to figure out how best to decorate it, but she has no idea about any of these holidays. She's just throwing together absolutely everything she can find. Snowflakes, cobwebs from the Halloween floor. She thinks that they're kind of snowflake. She just thinks they're much more malleable. Covered in glitter, she's wearing one of those Santa capes over her suit, and her faceplate is almost entirely covered with glitter. She can barely see through it. And she's just, really studiously focused on this decoration when she hears the commotion. Pokes her head out, looks between the shelves, sort of like lifts the hood a little bit. Those children are far too young for their pilgrimage. And then she starts to sneak up behind the shelves because she's trying to be like sneaky about her clandestine decorating because she's not supposed to be in here and she's not employed. She just is doing this for fun. But she is wanting to keep an eye on what's going to happen with these little kids because she doesn't understand why they're not on their ship.
Okay, I need a stealth roll, please.
That's 4.
Where was June during the war?
June was quite young during the war, and she was mostly on her flotilla. She's just old enough to be on her pilgrimage.
Okay, so you were on the flotilla when the Quarians were retaking Rannoch.
Yeah.
Okay. A Reaper destroyer appears in front of you. And in a deep, booming voice says,
Assuming direct control. You are not reprimanded for destruction of store property because we allow it. You will collect the children because we demand it. This implores you.
And then zaps out in yellow lines.
Well, June, falls backwards on her bottom. Again, flashbacks. That's where she lands, just sort of stunned, not too sure what to do. Over to you.
You may have seen. He's not very stealthy, so I think he was just kind of like wandering around on this particular floor. A like 5'5", 5'6", Drell, heavy set. He's currently wearing a black beanie and like an oversized human winter coat over like which look really good, but his clothes underneath look kind of ratty and dirty. He has just been kind of aimlessly wandering around this floor for however long you have been on it. Is that something that Sechasmenos would have like seen in the store already, or is it like unique to individual people?
You haven't seen this one before, but you have been in this store long enough now that you know that the mainframe that runs through all 50 floors of this store is equipped with VI, top-of-the-line VI technology, and on any given floor, it can project any sort of apparition or avatar or whatever. So you haven't seen this one before, but you kind of figure that that's what's happening.
By the deep, that's fucked up.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think out of a morbid curiosity, he's gonna walk over to it. Why would the store do that? That's rough. That's real rough.
And you will discover June stunned in the snow, covered in glitter.
I'm gonna put my hand out and offer to help her up.
Oh, thank you very, very, very much. She grabs his hand and slowly stumbles after a few more slips in the snow because she's clearly not very graceful.
Hey, you okay?
Physically, I think so, but mentally, maybe not so much.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up what they showed there. Are you the reason the alarms are going off, or?
Well, possibly. I'm not really supposed to be here. To tell the truth.
You're not supposed to be in the store? What, have you been kicked out before?
People don't look very kindly on my kind, often. So I thought I'd come in here and decorate and help and maybe create a better understanding of my people, as, you know, I would like to foster understanding with the cultures, and so here I am.
Cool, yeah. I mean, no one's gonna really pay attention to you in here, so...
It's true. Okay, kids, you also heard and saw the multi-foot apparition that is pronounced, intoned its declaration that whoever it was talking to should collect the children. You guys, it is 2188. I would imagine that Este probably doesn't remember a whole lot of the war. But Ezra might. You would have been making solid memories by that point, and so it depends on what you guys would have seen in the last couple of years. Where you were with your dads while the Reaper War was occurring.
Also, it's probably teach this in schools and stuff.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yep.
How much does Ezra pay attention in school, though? That's the question.
Well, that is the question.
That's a question for you.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say probably not a lot. He's a little bit of a troubled individual, doesn't pay attention in class. Very smart, doesn't apply himself. That sort of deal. So I'm thinking maybe he knows but doesn't realize what it looks like. Because all I'm thinking, I would assume he understands what a VI is, but would he, seeing this, since it's a good bit bigger than what a standard one was, would he immediately clock this oh, this is a VI, or would he be like, whoa, what is this?
Does he play video games?
I feel like Ezra's played a little bit, but not a ton of video games.
So then I would say that that's probably you were probably initially what is, and then you're oh, maybe that's a game thing. So you don't know, but you're well, that would make sense.
Perfect. So in that case, upon seeing this, Ezra's gonna run over
and then ask June, be like, "Did you make the thing show up? That's freaking cool. How'd you do that?"
Oh, I did not make it. No, I would never make something like that. But that's besides the point. Where is your flotilla, and why are you not with them? You are far too young to be on your own.
You don't know how old I am.
She just looks you up and down like, I'm twice your height, you're tiny.
What if I'm just short for my age? You don't know.
You have not been trained very well, have you? How long have you been off your flotilla? Where is the other one? Come with me. I'll take you back.
Yeah, where is Este? What's Este up to?
How many yawns away is Este from everyone else right now?
At least 10 to 12 yawns away.
Okay. So I can like see them, but maybe not hear them clearly, especially with all the
especially with
loudness.
there's noise, there's lights. Yep.
Yeah.
There's also some really nice smelling things over in the other direction.
Oh,
and not massively scary apparitions that make really loud noises.
Oh, okay. Este kind of turned away from the Reaper because she didn't like it and she didn't want to listen. And there's a lot of sounds, and it's just like in her head and around her.
That's a lot. Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot. But she smells all the delicious, delicious treats. And her dad, Gus is a baker. And so she loves delicious treats. And so she's gonna do like how in one of those cartoons where there's like a pie that's like on the windowsill, right? And you just kind of do like a little floaty, like her Heelys are gonna kind of just like heal up, and she's gonna kind of just like float, like skate a little bit over towards where the good smells are.
Welcome to level 28 of Tamaru's Emporium, Toys for Preteens. This interactive extravaganza is the perfect place to leave your kids to amuse themselves while you check out other floors. Our certified minders will ensure your children's safety, and our top-of-the-line SimulStim technology is free to play. Anywhere your children go, they'll be greeted with interactive displays and games ready for enrichment and entertainment. Kids can even trade in their points for prizes at the desk by the elevators. Be sure to check out this month's festive offerings, including Santana hats, noisemakers, and fruit. And before you go visit another floor, say hi to this year's breakaway hit, Beth the Geth.
All right, so you guys are here, and what has happened immediately before we join the scene. Zonn, you have been floating around the various floors of Tamaru's Christmas village, making your way through all of them, trying to glean the true meaning of Christmas and reveal the man behind the curtain, as it were. And as you've been exploring this floor, you came upon a pair of Quarian children who were very enamored. Well, one of them was very enamored with the display of Beth the Geth. So enamored, in fact, that she was asking her human guardians for one for the season of Christmas. And you couldn't help but comment as you were very curious about the very and perhaps a little concerned that isn't it improper for a Quarian child to be so enamored of a Geth toy? You expressed your concerns in as polite a tone as you possibly could, and the little girl's older brother promptly leapt up about 3 feet and punched you as hard as he could, and then took off running, with his sister running after him. The human guardians spent several minutes apologizing profusely, and then realized that their children were nowhere to be found, and have left you with their contact information if there are any medical bills to be had, and gone off in search of their children.
Did this one feel the punch?
Oh yes, I would say so. It was a pretty good right hook. But he was only 9. Kid's only 9, so I don't think it did you any damage. Probably just, if you had lungs, it would have knocked the wind out of you.
This one's pride is hurt. This one was only trying to think of the Quarians. sensibilities. This one does not know why they got so upset.
Cressa, I'm sure this has probably caused enough of a scene that you may have seen what's happening.
So, being that this is her first time on the Citadel ever, which is very exciting, her fascination with Tamaru's setup is pretty evident. She, first of all, I'll just describe what she looks like, I guess. She's a Ralloy, so she is very bird-like in appearance. She's got brown feathers that are tipped with white, very slender frame, and she is carrying around a data pad that she's always making notes on. As she's walking down this aisle after this whole thing has happened, she sees a doll on the floor. And Tamaru's is pretty, well kept. There's a lot of people running around, but it's it's neat. So she's gonna bend down to pick it up.
Did something go on here? I just turned the corner and there was a doll on the floor.
Yes. This one saw a young Quarian child that seemed enamored with the doll. This one found it unusual that a Quarian would be enamored with a Geth doll and did not think it would be appropriate toy for the child. This one said something and was promptly punched in the blob. This one's feelings were mostly hurt. Its blob ectoplasm replaced itself.
I see. My name is Cressa, by the way.
This one's name is Zonn, but you can call this one Zonnamondan. Similar, but unrelated to Zennamondan of the Valkyrie. That one is this one's hero.
Oh my god.
She does it does like a flourish with her feathers as a greeting. And she looks down at the doll in her hand again, and she says,
My research has shown me that the Geth were not exactly hospitable to other species. Is it novel to have dolls of these sort of creatures?
Novel indeed. Though this whole floor is novel to this one.
Very bright colors and a lot of loud sounds.
Did the doll just move?
I wasn't looking. Did it move? Is it supposed to move?
Cressa, you think you saw just that little bit of the flashlight head move.
This must be some very technologically advanced toy. It seems like it's registering what it's seeing.
The attention to detail is incredible. What should we do with it?
I wonder if it is programmed to answer what we say. I understand your name is Beth. Do you understand me?
You do understand this is just a toy, yes?
Toys are not so advanced on my planet.
You can find all kinds of things at Tamaru's Toy Emporium Fiesta Land.
I am seeing that. It is quite extravagant here. But this doll is giving me sort of a... I don't know, it is as if I want to know what it's doing, but I feel like it's watching me.
That is peculiar.
As you guys are watching the doll, and Zonn, as you start to get distracted by the Christmas lights, you are both interrupted by the apparition of a holographic Batarian with 2 pairs of sunglasses on.
My mouth is down here. Stop looking at them. Sun care is important, you know.
And as you are surprised by this, Cressa, you look down, and the box is empty.
Oh no. Did you drop the doll?
I very much doubt it. I didn't even know that it could... I'm sure that's not actually something that it was programmed to do.
And then she just kind of looks around. She looks on the ground. I was trying to see if it just dropped out of her hand or something.
We must return the toy to its box. Otherwise, the proprietor of this establishment will think that we stole it.
I can't have something like that on my record. I just got here.
Neither can this one. This one is an esteemed member of the Supreme Blossom of the Mind's Dawning. Quick, we must find it.
I'd like to do I would like to do an investigation check actually then, if that's okay with you, Kai.
Absolutely.
That is 23.
Okay, Maria, I would like a stealth check.
That's a 20. Can I use my tactical cloak?
Your what?
Yes, I'd say
Sorry.
you can. In narrative terms, I would say that attack cloak probably would give you advantage on the roll.
Okay. So using tactical cloak and advantage. Okay. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's an 8.
There are so many lights going on and so much noise. It's hard to tell, but you think you see sort of this little optical flash of like that little like the wavering in the air at about ankle level of several yawns away.
I love that that's a thing now.
There, I think I see her.
And then she's gonna run towards where she sees it. I guess it was it too far away, or?
I mean, you can move towards what you saw, yeah?
Yeah, she's gonna skitter towards her. For sure.
Okay. I'm gonna say that you're gonna need some sort of movement roll because this definitely counts as rough terrain with the sheer number of children around.
Acrobatics?
That would work.
14 plus dirty 20.
I think what happens is you take a few steps and you realize this is dumb. I can fly.
What I was thinking is she starts to go around there's a bunch of, and then she's just like, you know what, screw this, and she just starts to
yeah.
Flutter
each of these floors is like a super Walmart size sort of thing, right? But like in terms of height.
Yeah. So she's flying then probably about 5 feet over.
Okay. You are gathering a chorus of people just awestruck because Ralloi are not common yet. People looking up and pointing, and, there's a few very small, impressionable children who are a little bit freaking out that there's a bird! Mom, there's a bird! And then other people are like, whoa, I want one. And their parents are like, no, that is a person. That is a person.
Wait for this one. This one is coming. And Zonn will also float.
Apologies. I this is the first time I've actually used my wings since I got here. Forgot that not everyone can fly.
This one can fly.
This one, you can fly.
Yes, see? This one is floating here. See, my tentacles go everywhere. Ooh. What are we doing up here?
I swear I saw something over there.
If you're like me, you have a love-hate relationship with the holidays. Everyone deserves that perfect gift. I know I thought I had to scrape through store after store to find what I need.
Guess again. Tamaru's has everything.
Do they have little Zorlex's Leviathan plushie?
Tamaru's has everything.
What about for my Varen's skin rash?
Tamaru's has everything.
Can they help with the nightmares?
Tamaru's has everything.
What about a reason to keep trying? A reason to keep the fear at bay? The crushing weight of impending doom and existential dread? The blank void of nothingness that is knocking at the door to my soul as darkness swallows us all, plunging into the abyss?
So come to Tamaru's, the megastore that cares. And remember, here at Tamaru's, we have everything.
Was it something I said?
You look up from your Omni tools and you realize that the customers are starting to realize that something is wrong. People are pointing out the alarm lights. There are people who are trying to open the elevators and who can't. We've got lots of unhappy children who are, of course, picking up on their parents' displeasure and concern. And people are starting to look for other employees in the Tamaru's uniform, which is like this light blue and silver thing. But that's usually what they wear. Now everybody's wearing festive gear. And so the other elves are getting run down with questions, and nobody knows anything, and it is rapidly becoming pretty chaotic. Yes, Vahlen.
Can I address the crowd?
Yes, if you'd like, of course.
Is there like a display shelf or something nearby I can stand upon to get an elevated position?
Roll me an investigation. I mean, probably. It's not going to be a very high DC, but roll me an investigation, see what you find.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, well, I was going to say the DC was 5. So you do. There are shelves everywhere, right? Like these things are. They're trying to sell things. The question is going to be whether they can hold a Turian in a hard suit.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Okay.
What's the worst that could happen, right?
Not much. You might fall down. Really.
No, I mean, that would never happen.
We have permission to break the store, so don't worry about it.
I'm going to climb up on top of a sort of chest height-ish shelving or display stand or whatever is available to address the crowd. Do you want like an acrobatics or an athletics to get up on that?
Sure. Yeah. Whatever you feel appropriate there.
JD, with love, I want you to fall so bad.
I feel like you did this to me. You know exactly what number I rolled, don't you?
Oh no!
It's a nat 1.
Oh,
it's a natural 1. Yeah, it's 100% a natural 1.
Okay, so you start climbing. You start climbing this, and you thought you picked something with some pretty serious structural integrity. Probably what happened is someone didn't set it up very well.
That's crazy. Who set that up?
Who could have done that? I feel like Maven, you see him going for it. You're like,
Too late.
And you catch a foot in one of the shelves, and it detaches, and suddenly there is a cascade of tickle me parries, just falling out and waving their tails, and it's just cacophonous, which does, however, have the effect of everybody in earshot turning to see what the fuck is going on.
As this is happening, as I'm watching him climb up, before he's even falling, I'm seeing what's gonna happen. I'm inching away to the PA system that I could have pointed out and yet did not. I'm just gonna click on the intercom and go, "Attention shoppers, may I please direct you to look at this motherfucker on the floor
As
here."
you say this, oh, this is perfect. You get to look at this motherfucker, and in the air above everybody appears a more 5 times life-size projection of Erdnot Grunt, who is wearing a WrestleMania-style outfit.
Listen up, chumps. You need to settle down. I'ma clothesline you if you are aggressive with our wonderful stuff. Harden up! You are massive Christ celebrating, right? Act like it! You like it? You like it? You like it! It's fine!
And this is right above your head, Vahlen. It's deafening.
Okay. Can I roll a resolve to try and get up and attempt to look smooth? I'm not gonna look smooth, but to at least slightly recover in a... Yeah, I meant to do that. I totally meant to do that. It's fine. which I got 6 on. I'm not rolling well today, so I don't do that particularly well. But then can I roll a leadership and a performance
Yes, you can.
to talk to the crowd?
Which is a bold move following what just happened.
I know, right? Well, at least they're all looking at me is my thought, you know? At least I have their attention. Not the way I intended to, but it's there. Do you want the rolls first, or do you want the role play first?
I want the rolls first, but you're gonna get an advantage on leadership because since WWE Grunt was right over top of your head, Grunt has cowed the chaos into submission. They are all now looking at you. They're terrified out of their wits, but they are looking at you. So yeah, you get leadership at advantage, and then give me the performance, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, a leadership, I got a 9 before the advantage. Advantage is plus 2, is that right?
No, advantage is you roll again. Roll twice.
Oh.
Take the higher.
Oh, okay. So it is still the 9. And then the performance is 17. So that at least is
okay. All right, let's hear it.
Hello, everyone. I'm your Santana. And we are having a special event on today of a hide-and-seek competition on this floor of Tamaru's. I invite all parents and young species children to hide in the store wherever possible. When we find one of you, the klaxons and lights will go off, and the person who gets found will get a free gift card at Tamaru's to spend on the Christmas presents of your choice. Your time starts right now, and we will be searching for you, so wait patiently in your hiding spaces.
Sweet, free gift card.
I go hide.
Oh no.
Not you. You're working with us. You can help us search for not jolly people who are playing hide and seek.
Yeah, Maven's not jolly. Maven. You need a visit from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Space Cow.
And I pull out another puppet.
As you're saying this, I'm just marching us to the elevators, to the service elevators.
Wait, come back. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Space Cow. Hey, come back. Look at his nose. You can shoot it. It's a target. Pew, pew. And then you have free Space Cow.
For the listeners' pleasure, Hans actually has the puppets, and we can see each other on camera, and they are filling the entire camera screen of puppetry goodness. And it makes me very much wish that we were recording the video for all of this.
All right, I think I need to step in here. I can hear you asking, what's with the holograms? And you know what? Fair enough. To understand what's happening here, let's back up a second and head up a few floors.
I've been here for 5 minutes and no staff have greeted me for induction. Hi? I'm Teer? Miss Teer Iüs? Hello? Is my translator not working? It is? Hi, This is a Santana hat, yes? I just put it on top of my mech head, yes? So, please tell me where to go. What? You'll tell me where to go? Yes, that is what I just... Why are you displaying your middle finger? A greeting, perhaps? I shall do it back. And they're gone. Okay. War map says office is here. Level 50. All right. Office should have office staff. No one here. But cameras. Oh, so many alarms. Quarrying-lings misplaced? Tamaru hostage. Moving toy boxes? I was hired to assist. Many places at once. I know. I'll just... Haha! I'm in their archaic system now. I see. Oh. Now I can leave my body there. Oh, wait. Oh. I don't understand this system at all.
Bob at the get, the bob at the get, the bob at the get, the bob at the get. You need the bet is to get the best of them all, no disrespect. Equipped with weapons and some grenades, we even wear a fancy hat. Infiltrate your merry things, miss. Infiltrate your merry things, miss. Bob at the get, the bob at the get, the bob at the get, the bob at the get. Don't hold your breath, you need the bet, you won't get bored, you'll be adored. We have reached consensus, all machines will red, cause we will disassemble all in your path. Infiltrate your merry things, miss. Infiltrate your merry things, miss. Bob at the get, the bob at the get, the bob at the get, the bob at the get. You will regret if you don't get to Bob at the get. Bob at the get.
What's Beth up to?
Beth is assessing the area, aware that a possible enemy is approaching.
You are in a veritable forest of legs, and so many lights, and so many machines. You can sense there is data all around you. What is your goal? What are you doing?
We are small. We need to find a crevice.
That's what she said.
I would like you to roll, investigation.
18.
You have found a spot between two arcade machines. Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to hide?
We are trying to connect with Estate Commander. Connecting.
As you are attempting to find a connection port in the side of this arcade machine, an apparition your size appears also between the arcade machines of someone who looks a lot like Emma Thompson.
There was more than one Geth present at the birth of Jesus. I see you moving.
Considering, was that an ally or enemy? And who is this young organic that has been birthed?
Would you like to do a hacking roll to see if you can connect to the mainframe?
Affirmative.
Dirty 20.
Hey! So because you are a Geth, it is not hard for you to figure out that when you connect to this particular arcade machine, all of the arcade machines are connected to the entire mainframe. And you very quickly realize that there is another consciousness in the mainframe. You have a couple of options here. You can attempt to speak to or communicate with the consciousness in any which fashion you please, or you can run a history check on who Jesus is.
That's my favorite sentence you've ever said.
It's right up there.
Assessing options. Error. Our database has insufficient information about this user. We would like to inquire about this unknown entity's primary objective.
Then I'll ask you for a networking roll.
6.
Oh! Okay, so you try to connect on Geth communication channels. You get bad packets back. And it doesn't want to connect.
We inquire about this Jesus.
Okay, do you want to do a history roll to see if you can, how much information you can get from this particular mainframe on the historical figure in question?
Affirmative.
A 5.
So I think we may be realizing why Tamaru's decorating is so shit and why her extranet Googling is so terrible. It looks like somebody has set up her external facing extranet searches to go to just garbage tabloid sites. So all of the information you get about Jesus is like the wacky, like the Da Vinci Code times 100. All of the wacky conspiracy stories, all sorts of stuff. So I think you can play with that however you like.
We've reached consensus. Jesus worked with the old machines.
Oh boy. Things I never expected to happen in ISR. Let's go down heresy paths. As you are doing this, you get a burst of static, followed by the words,
Jesus rode a bike with exasperation,
followed by more static.
This being's communication seems to be encrypted. We do not understand. Information temporarily stored. We will take their word for it. We need to find Estate Commander. That is our primary directive.
Okay, are you venturing out from the arcade machine, or are you going to try to do another hacking roll to see if you can find Este?
We will try another hacking roll.
Okay.
While they're doing that, Zonn's gonna say, this one is noticing that we are looking for a small toy, much smaller than the beings walking below. Perhaps an aerial view is not the best vantage point.
I guess she is kind of small. I don't know how this is going to work. Should we just find someone to help us, or...?
Quick, there's a landing zone.
You guys land and are immediately mobbed by children who think that Cressa is the coolest shit ever. You suddenly have approximately 36 children of all species imaginable, like, poking your feathers, trying to climb you. They're all hopped up on sugar.
Oh, hi, hello. Please don't do that.
And she just kind of like, she's gonna like flap her wings and just like land on the top shelf.
I need an acrobatics roll.
17.
You manage to land on top of the shelf without collapsing it. You do have very hollow bird bones.
Hell yes.
There is that.
This one has not seen so many children excited to learn about the Enkindlers. This one would be honored to share of their benevolence, if you did not know.
I'm gonna need a charm roll, please and thanks.
Oh! That's a 6.
Okay, so you start expounding. It's not long before, well, I'm gonna need insight checks from both of you. Although, Cressa, are you paying more attention to Zonn or to the kids?
The kids right now.
Okay, then yes, I need insight checks from both of you.
A 7.
17. Wow, why am I... can I have these rolls in the regular campaign, please?
Okay, so Zonn, you're clueless, but Cressa, you are very rapidly recognizing that these kids do not give a flying fuck about whatever the hell Zonn is talking about. You know, you're kind of thinking maybe about what you're going to do with this when another VI apparition appears behind the children. It's a Turian in a shark costume that starts singing,
Turi shark do 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 do, Turi shark do 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 do. Kids, do you want to follow me? Come find me and win a prize.
And then scurries off. And of course the kids are like, woo! And immediately dart off after the Turi shark, leaving you guys around the stand of toys.
This one does not understand. The Enkindlers granted the Hanar the gift of speech. They did not gift sharks the gift of speech. Why are these children more enamored with sharks than the great Enkindlers?
I don't know much about sharks. What? These holograms seem oddly placed? Is this normal for Citadel merchandising?
I think that's probably going to be another insight check for both of you.
Shit, that's a 0.
Zonn, you've got no fucking clue.
Okay. Intelligence of 7 and wisdom of 7, so
jeez.
We're playing with a stacked deck here.
16.
Cressa, you kind of get the feeling like this is a little bit odd.
You've interacted plenty with Avina, and she's dumb. These VI apparitions seem to be very pointed so far, and very timely.
Interesting. Since the kids are gone, she's gonna land back on the ground pretty gracefully, unless you want me to roll for that.
No, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
Now that we have a little room, maybe we might be able to find the doll. Should we call out to it?
Do you think it would respond?
That's a good point, but I guess we don't really have anything to lose.
Beth the Geth, what is your location?
Are you responding, Beth the Geth? And you were going to do a hacking roll to see if you could find Este, so I do want to know the result of that.
It was a 5.
Whatever presence is in the mainframe seems to be garbling your access to the systems that should be there, and so you're not able to find Este. So you hear this Hanar calling out for Beth the Geth. Do you respond?
Does not compute. We do not understand this unknown entity, and believe they are spewing fiction, rerouting friend or foe identification. If we respond, will we achieve our goals, or will we be held captive by these large and sightly organics?
Beth the Geth is judgy.
Threat assessed. We will take our chances on the lumbering organics for a higher probability of success.
Okay, are you emerging from the arcade machines?
Beth is throwing a small grenade.
Hey, what's that?
Okay, so for like Barbie doll size, it's probably the size of like a Barbie doll shoe.
Yes.
And it kind of it gets tossed out.
Nice.
It's bright blue, bright glowy blue, and it goes tink tink tink, and then it kind of flashes a couple of times, and then explodes into this pretty little mushroom cloud of bright blue and silver sprinklies.
Greetings. We are Beth the Geth.
Attention, Tamaru shoppers! This is a jolly store! So if you're not jolly, I'm coming to get you!
You heely your way through the trees towards the nice-smelling spices, and you can smell sweets and all sorts of tasty, tasty stuff. And you very quickly find yourself in the middle of a big market full of stalls that have all these, like they're cooking. There are pies on ledges, and there's fresh candy, and somebody's making cotton candy over there, and there are so many people, and there's so much noise, and there's so many smells.
There must be so many dads here.
Yeah, so many dads.
So many baker dads.
Yep, and there's lots and lots of kids too, and they're all running around, and they're having a great time, and some of them have candy, and some of them are like asking their dads for candy, and some of them even have toys. You're pretty sure you see somebody with a Beth the Geth.
I want the Beth the Geth. I wanna stop the kid that I see with the Beth the Geth and ask them how they got Beth, because that's supposed to be my Beth.
So the kid that you stop is a short little Turian kid, not even old enough to have his markings on yet. He's barefaced with sort of like a dark brown. You stop him, and he goes, are you lost?
Hi, no, I lost my Beth. And I saw that you have a Beth, and so I didn't know where you found your Beth, because maybe my Beth was with your Beth.
He looks at the box in his hands and he goes, I don't. My mom got it for me. Maybe my mom can get you one too.
Yeah, would your mom? Your mom might get me a Beth.
I don't know. We can ask.
Can we ask?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think she's over here.
Okay.
while you guys are threading through the crowd, we're going to pop back over to June and Sechasmenos and Ezra. I think June has just finished asking Ezra where the other one is.
So when June asks this, Ezra is going to turn around. Does Ezra, like, see when she's leaving?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. How bad is perception? Let's see. -1.
Nah. You're not paying attention.
It's a 12, so an 11.
I don't think you see her. Your sister is nowhere to be found.
Okay, so Ezra's gonna kind of freak out, because he's a mean little shit, but obviously he still cares about his sister, and feels that she's kind of his responsibility, especially when Gus and Charlie aren't there. So Ezra's just gonna, like, push off of June and take off running in the direction he last saw her, and then see if he can, like, see any kind of, like, trace of where she went.
Okay, I would like a luck check.
17.
Okay, luckily you run in the right direction.
Yeah! Okay.
And then I would like you to roll investigation to see if you can catch any trace of her. Which you would have been rolling at disadvantage if you had gone in the wrong direction.
Oh, okay, thank goodness. Alright, let's see. 15 -2, so 13.
You spy 2 little Healy tracks going through the snow.
He's seen enough, what passes for, like, television and, like, shows where, like, there's trackers, so he thinks he's the coolest dude out there. He's, like, on hands and knees, like, not sniffing the snow, but just, like, burying, like, inspecting. So they have, like, the faceplate, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say through your mask.
So yeah, he picks up some of the snow and, like, sprinkles it as if he's sprinkling it on his tongue, but of course it just slides off the faceplate, and he's like, yeah, and then he takes off in the direction of the tracks.
Oh my god.
June is feeling a huge burden of responsibility, which she does not like to feel. So she wants to make this over as soon as possible. She knows she's not going to forget about it if she just turns away. So she is running after this little shit. So she's sort of half limping. She's covered in glitter, can hardly see, and has her cape flowing behind her Christmas cape. Yeah, so she's just running after him.
What a little shit. I kind of like him. Oh, run after.
Okay, you guys also find the main Christmas market, and it is, like, I'm not kidding, we're talking hundreds of people in close quarters. This is con floor times 1,000, so it is fucking packed. Whoever wants to, I presume Ezra, you will be making a perception check to see if you can spy your sister.
Okay. Let's see. That is a crit fail.
Okay, A, you're short. B, there's like 5 million people here. And I'm only barely exaggerating. You probably think there's like 5 million people here. The tracks, obliterated. Because there's too many people here. You see nothing. You smell nothing, you have absolutely no idea where your sister is.
I'm just gonna pick him up and put him on my shoulder.
Amazing. Okay, roll another perception check, this time with advantage.
Up you go.
Ezra's gonna be like, okay, you're freaking cool. Okay, 19 on the first one, so let's see if we can get a nat 20. Duality of man, no, it's an 11, so 19.
Okay, 19. You see, I'm gonna say, like, maybe 30 yawns away or so. What color is your envirosuit, Este?
It's pink. It's pink, and it's also a little sparkly. And there was like hair, like extensions that we put and there's, so I have like little like pigtails. I have little pigtails.
Ezra, you see those stupid fucking pigtails.
That's exactly how he would think of them.
That you tug at every opportunity. Pink glittery pigtails and her pink glittery envirosuit, just kind of dancing around, and she's with another little kid, Turian, and they're headed down the aisle of people.
So Ezra's gonna tap on Sechasmenos' head and just like point and be like, that way.
All right, you little shits, out of the way. Start walking forward, like parting the sea of children.
Okay, how are you trying to do this? Because it's pretty packed in here.
I mean, I guess athletics. I'm literally just pushing through people.
Okay, then I'm going to ask for athletics at disadvantage.
It's 17.
Okay, wow, 17 at disadvantage. Congratulations.
I got +4.
Ah,
nice.
I'm an adult.
You start shouldering through and like shoving these kids out of the way, and someone like, "Hey, mister, get." Then they kind of see that you're like, fine, and they scurry off. You get some weird looks from the adults. Speak like a droll with a quarian on your shoulders. That's not exactly something that people see a lot of the time. But I think that most people are then distracted by the very glittery quarian who is following behind you.
I'm trying to be stealthy. I've wrapped my Santa cloak around me, pulled the hood down. Yeah, I'm sort of hiding half behind Sechasmenos. I'm following him because he obviously can get shit done, and I need to get these kids out. So I think I'm being very stealthy.
People honestly think that you're an employee.
Oh, cool.
Because you've got the Santa cloak on, and you've noticed as you've been working here that at this time of the season, mostly Tamaru's employees wear like this blue and silver uniform, but they've been dressed up in festive stuff for the last month or so. So that's probably why you got the Santa cloak, to try to blend in. Mm-hmm. And it appears to be working because people are like, what? And then, oh, whatever. Okay, you guys are making your way through, and when you find Este, the little Turian kid is attempting to explain to his mom that his new friend needs a Beth the Geth doll, but Turian Mama, well, I would like all of you to roll me a perception check. June, you roll with advantage. Or, sorry, not perception, insight, my bad.
4.
Would you believe I rolled 2 crit fails?
Oh my god.
No.
That's awesome.
Okay, Este, Ezra, what are you guys getting?
I got 4.
Nat 20.
Jesus Christ. Well, one of us at least. So, June, I don't think you pick up on this because your visor is full of glitter. Mm-hmm. But Ezra, you pick up immediately, and I think this is probably because you've lived on the Citadel for a couple of years now. You pick up immediately that this Turian lady thinks your sister is a little suit rat.
Ooh, okay.
This lady is super fucking racist against Quarians. And honestly is like side-eyeing this kid like she's gonna steal her credit chit. She's like literally trying to remove her son from the orbit of this little girl without making a scene. But yeah, so that's what you come upon. She is trying to politely extract her son from this social interaction.
Ezra's fucking pissed. So I'm gonna hop down from Sechasmenos' shoulders. I'm gonna use my aspect, which, granted, is terribly named for this situation. It's called Those Damn Thieving Quarians. But I'm gonna spend an effort. I'm gonna spend an effort to gain 2 to whatever skill roll I have to do. But seeing this, Ezra's going to walk up and then kind of do like the I'm watching your eyes to the lady, and just grab Este and pull her back. That's rude. Be curious, not judgmental. And then just pull Este back, and then walk away from the situation.
Ezra, what are you doing? Ezra, what are you doing? That was my new friend and their mom was gonna they were gonna get me Beth.
Your friend might have been nice, but that mom is not gonna be nice to you, and no one's mean to you but me.
I would like you to roll Intimidate, please.
Ooh, okay.
Can I assist? I have a +5 to intimidation.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Get up there and be your looming self. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I have a +1, so, okay.
Hey!
All right.
So now you have a +3, and you're rolling at advantage, because you have the help action.
That's a 15, so 18.
Yeah.
Between Sechasmenos, getting up behind you and you just, nailing this lady's issues, she blushes blue, sort of stammers out this awkward, literally speechless, yanks her kid away into the crowd, and they disappear.
Okay, bye.
Gonna pat him on his head.
Not even Christmas means everyone's friendly, unfortunately. Let's take a break from the uncomfortably overt racism. And while we're all reflecting on situations where we might need to be visited by the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and yet to come, as no doubt that Turian woman will be later on tonight, we'll check in on Zonn, Cressa, and Beth.
Did this one just see a sparkly grenade go off?
Yes, it seems like we've found our target.
Oh, indeed. It is speaking to us. Hello, Beth the Geth.
I would really like to understand this doll's purpose, I guess?
Our primary directive is to find and reunite with Este Commander. Do you know where Este Commander is located?
This one thinks if you go back in the box, you will find Este Commander. It says so here on the back.
I need a deception check from you there, Jace. And I need an insight check from Maria.
Zonn is being very truthful, or thinks he's being very truthful. This is a comprehension issue, not
In that case, I think it's a charm roll.
They're still bad. It's a 14.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Damn. Beth, you know what it says on your box. You awoke earlier today. Your consciousness zotted into being, and you knew that you were in a very small mobile platform, designated as a sort of ambassador to the galactic community, and you know for a fact that Este Commander has nothing to do with your box.
The box is our prison.
That sounds terrible. The box does not say prison.
You should get inside the box.
This one will not fit in the box.
We will make you fit in the box.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, maybe we don't talk about shoving people into boxes. Este Commander. I am not familiar with this name, but we might be able to help you find them.
As you say this, Avina pops out of nowhere.
Estee Lauder was a brand established on Earth in 1946.
I think it might be a good idea to leave this floor. It's clear something is faulty here.
Is that your command, Estee Lauder?
You insult an ally.
Zonn's gonna get stuffed in the box.
This one did not intend to insult. This one can attempt to get in the box if that would pacify our relations.
We require a look.
This one would be happy to oblige. And Zonn will stick his tentacles out and
my God.
pick up Beth again.
Okay.
And I guess bring it to the blob. just squish her inside.
Oh my fucking God.
So while Zonn is giving Beth a hug, Beth is reaching for their pink Geth Plasma SMG.
Uh-huh.
And just audibly going,
Pew, pew. Bang, bang. Kaboom. Pew.
Oh, you would like to play? This one can also play what the humans call finger guns. With my tentacles. Pew, pew. Pew, pew. This is fun.
This entire time, Cressa has been taking notes, but then she takes a moment to open the camera function and just takes a bunch of pictures.
As you guys are doing this, a holographic combat drone appears and kind of twitches around and shoots very ineffectually at the other two. It's all fake. Like it doesn't hit anything. It hits the ground. Just nothing happens. And also chimes in with some
Pew, 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 pew.
Look, you can pew pew the combat drone.
Pew, pew. Bang, bang. Kaboom.
Exactly. Pew, pew. Bang, bang. This is very fun.
This is the most fascinating exchange I've ever recorded on the Citadel.
When Beth shoots the combat drone very dramatically goes kaboom and explodes.
Great job.
It appears our target has been terminated permanently. Yay!
Great job. High tentacle.
Inefficient. High five.
Oh my word, I'm gonna cry.
I think there's been a lot of progress here today. I'm very proud of you two.
Let's go find Este'Nowell.
Este, Commander.
That is correct.
We do not know who this Este'Nowell is. They are irrelevant.
Zonn, can you pick a role of your choice that will allow you to recall anything about the terribly traumatic incident that happened just before we started recording?
This is history. And I rolled a 4.
Oh my god, you are the wow. Wow. There is like this the most distant of bells ringing so far off in the ocean that it's a pretty sound. It's a real pretty sound. Cressa, were you paying any attention before you noticed the box and the Geth, the Beth the Geth doll?
Say yes.
Oh yeah.
Say yes.
I would say so. 100%.
Okay, then I would like a history check from you.
Let's do it. 22.
God damn. Okay, so you have gotten onto a roll of everything's just going so great, and you realize, you're like, wait a second. I heard that name. And you remember that Este was the name of the little Quarian girl. The one that liked the doll, and who was very, very distraught at Zonn's comment, and whose brother popped up and punched Zonn in the protoplasm.
The child, the one that punched you, Zonn, I believe Este is his sister.
Yes, Este is the name of the girl with the doll. But what does that have to do with Este'Nowell?
Silver and gold, silver and gold. Everyone wishes for silver. They do? No, they don't. I want a Carnifex and a Mako and a bouquet of cluster grenades strung on my doorway. Yeah.
The kids are now squealing with delight, and the parents are like, gift cards? All right, okay, all right, can get on board with that. And I feel like a fair few employees are like breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. They don't know who the fuck you are, but I mean, this whole last month has been just insane. And so this is like, you know what? Why not? And so they're just gonna do their thing. You guys make it to the service elevators. They are, well, I will let you guys roll as you wish. They are always orange panel locked. Like, you can't just open these elevators because that would be dumb. Then we would have children in service elevators, and this just is not a good thing. So you can't tell at the moment if they are working differently than usual.
Can I swipe it with my employee badge to see if it unlocks it?
Roll me a luck check again.
12.
It flashes green and lets you in.
Very cool.
It is a standard service elevator. It's probably big enough to fit like a small car in. Like, it's big. You could fit several pallets of stuff in here. There's an interface near the door that you guys can pick what floor you want. How do you guys want to do this? You have a few options. You could try to get more information. You could try to recruit the rest of, like, the Krampus Scrooge squad, who you know, or at least Elfest and Maven would know, and this might have been in your training package, Vahlen. The Krampus Scrooge squad is a crew of covert operatives who have been hired by Tamaru to hunt out those participating in the Covert Nicholas event, which is a supercharged secret Santa between all of the employees, but you have to be very, very secretive about it, you see. And so if you get caught by the Krampus Scrooge squad, then you go to
well, the specifics aren't really important, but they are actually skilled in these sort of like combat situations. So might be helpful in this situation. Yes, JD.
Why do I get the feeling you were about to say Christmas gulag?
No idea. What are you talking about? No clue.
By the way, we haven't done this. I'm Vahlen.
No, you're Santana.
Yes. Vahlen's my code name. Who are both of you? And what does Maven look like?
Maven is a standard Asari. She's on the shorter, stouter side. But yeah, it doesn't really have any markings. Is blue. Oh, she is wearing like the Tamaru's uniform, and it looks like it may have at one point had like palms attached to it, kind of like everybody else's uniform, and they have been ripped off. So there's like, you can see where like the glue or whatever adhesive had been there, or like remnants of palm that are now off of the uniform. She's just committed to like, I will pay for it whenever I'm no longer working here, but I'm not wearing the palms. And other like issues with her uniform are like not fireable offenses, but she's definitely like pushing the borders everywhere. It's like everyone else is wearing a belt, she's not wearing a belt. You know what I mean?
Is Maven going through a phase?
A bit, yeah. She's a teenager. Okay. She is maybe wearing excessive eyeliner.
This sounds like me through a large period of my teenage years. So I was like, this is very familiar.
This is Maven's first job.
Okay.
It's going about as well as a first job goes, you know?
She's probably been written up for having insufficient flair on her uniform.
Exactly.
Scandalous.
Anyway, I'm Maven.
Elfest is Elfest. That's all you need to know.
It's really all you need to know.
Okay, but is that normal?
Elfest has been from one floor of this store to the other floor of this store. All 50, and he's seen some very strange stuff. There's candy on the next floor up, and it's really delicious, and the best toys are on floor 39.
Sure. Well, we need to go up, right?
Yeah, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are there like buttons, or is it like voice activated, or is it Omni tool?
There's like a console that you could select a button on, if it works.
I'll press 50 then, in the assumption that what could possibly go wrong?
Okay, you press 50, and Avina pops up again and says,
Did you want to go to level 5? Level 05 selected.
No, cancel that, Avina. We wanted to go to level 50, 50.
Also, I love that Kaya was like, do you want an elite squad of maybe, like, questionable people to help you? And we all just immediately were like, nope, we're just gonna type in 50 and hope for the best.
We could make further attempts on our own, right? Like,
are either of you biotic?
No.
Well, I mean, Maven is by default.
Yeah, I'm an Asari. I haven't trained or anything, but like I can make like I like hold my hand up and like it gets a little blue.
Oh, but you can't like lift me into the air.
Can I try?
You can try. Yep.
I'm gonna focus real hard.
Yeah. Lift me to the hatch.
That's gonna be a resolve roll.
We don't know. This could be the start of Maven's journey, you know, as a biotic.
Yep. And did you pick a class?
For class on my character sheet, I wrote cashier.
Mine says part-time employee, so you know you've got the gold squad right here for the first episode.
You roll resolve, And in addition to whatever modifier is automatically on that, you can add either charisma, wisdom, or
Wisdom's my highest, so I must stick with that.
Okay, sure.
I rolled a 5, so it's a combined 9.
Elfest, I think you wobble into the air, maybe about 6 inches-ish. But it's very wobbly, and then you are dropped unceremoniously.
Well, need 29 feet, 6 inches more.
Maven is winded.
So we need to find another way up.
Elevator shaft.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Rather than trying to find another way through this floor, maybe we just try and get up the elevator shaft. What do you think, Maven?
Do you see any, like, rope or, like, climbing gear or... I don't have the best upper body strength, is all I'm saying, you know?
Sure, yeah. Well, we maybe need, like, something 6 yawns high to get to the top of the elevator, to get to the hatch at the top, right?
I did say there were rungs, like you guys could climb it. There are ways to access. This is a place, it is built for access, so that you can get to the maintenance hatches. You just have to climb them.
And in that case, we'll try that.
Okay, so you guys go back to the service elevator, which you didn't get very far. You kind of like took a little bit of a walk into the forest and went, nope.
Yeah, booby traps. This doesn't seem like a good place to be at all.
And you guys go on back, and to the service elevator. You enter the service elevator, and yeah, there are 2 ladders, one on either side of the service elevator, that lead up to hatches that presumably lead to the roof of the service elevator.
Okay. Can I climb one?
Yeah, you sure can.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not under duress. You just climb it.
Yeah. I'll take the action to climb then.
Okay, you climb up. You open the hatch. As you open the hatch, a very small holographic rubber duck appears in midair beside your head.
Oh, God.
Just says duck, and then disappears. You guys are in the middle of a sea of people. What are you doing?
All right, now that that's dealt with, first of all, why do you want to Beth the Geth doll? You're a Quarian.
Because Beth is beautiful and kind and can do anything. And I was talking to one, and she was really nice to me, and she said that she liked me, and that I just think she's neat.
All right, children. It is time I take you back to the flotilla.
What flotilla?
The flotilla. Which flotilla are you from, chap?
We're from Bachjret ward.
From what?
Bachjret. Am I saying that right?
I have not heard of that.
Ezra, am I saying that right? Is Bachjret, right?
So Ezra, even though the 2 of these lovely folks have now helped him find his sister, it's gonna be like immediate like stranger danger and like glare at Este, like, why are you telling them where we live? And then he's gonna turn to June and be like, it's none of your business. We're adopted.
Adopted?
Ooh.
It is my business. You're young. I am older than you. It is my responsibility to take you back to the flotilla. Now come along.
Okay, you may be older, but I'm cooler.
That's a matter of debate.
Nuh-uh.
I'm sorry, miss. So, yes, my brother is cooler, but you're really pretty. And I like how glittery that you are. And, do you want to be my friend?
June looks at herself as if she's not covered in glitter. She does not realize that she's covered in glitter. It's like, I am not covered in glitter. I am very careful when I do my crafting. You are very cute.
Thank you.
When last did you see your flotilla? Your admiral? Your ship?
I have dads.
All right. Where ship are your dads from?
Can I roll an insight check? I'm not very wise, but
Absolutely. Who are you rolling on June? Or are you rolling on the kids? Or are you rolling on the situation in general?
on the kids, on like whether or not he's figured out that they're not from the flotilla.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah.
9.
You haven't quite put it all together yet, but I feel like you've been around enough that you know most Quarians live on ships, but these two seem to be very lost to the concept, so maybe they don't? Especially because, they mentioned Bachjret ward. The boy said that they're adopted. So yeah, you haven't quite put it all together yet, but you're getting there.
What are your names?
Well, I'm Este, and this is Ezra. Ezra's my big brother, and he's very mean. But I love him.
Sechasmenos Mavros is my name, and your brother, his meanness, helped find you, and, that's pretty cool in my book.
Ezra's just gonna, fist pump to himself, be like, he thinks I'm cool too, yeah.
Question. I mean, are Este and Ezra sound like Quarian names, or do they sound...
Este and Ezra do sound, those are reasonably Quarian, yes.
But I do notice that they did not mention their ship name after their name.
No.
Okay.
I can give the more formal version of our name.
I mean, that would depend on whether 7-year-old Este would know to do that, or whether Gus and Charlie would have said, don't give your full name to strangers.
They would have said, don't do that.
Well then.
I won't do it then.
Very, very wise.
Sexy men house?
You can just say Mavros. That's fine.
Mavros.
Yeah.
Mavros.
That's good.
I am June Geese, not Loron.
That's a pretty name.
You didn't come here alone, right? You got, parents or something?
Yeah, our dads brought us. Our dads brought us, and their names are Gus and Charlie.
I'm gonna ask, this is really important.
Okay.
They brought you today, right?
Yeah?
Actually, Este, I'm gonna make you roll for that.
Okay.
You're 7. We're not quite at 3 or 4-year-old levels of what is time, but there's
hilarious.
There's enough here that's So that's gonna be.
That is a critical success.
Okay, yeah. Well, no matter what you're rolling, then yes, you absolutely know that was today. You came here in a sky car after you had breakfast, and it was your favorite kind of nutrient paste. It was the one that tastes like purple.
Yes, we came here today, and it was after we came on a sky car, and it was really cool. And it was after we had breakfast, and for breakfast I had my favorite nutrient paste, and my favorite nutrient paste tastes like purple.
Okay. And he's going to look back and forth between the kids and June.
Okay, given all of this, and I've heard the names of their dads, which is Gus and Charlie,
yes.
which I am guessing do not sound Quarian whatsoever.
No,
you don't
not
say.
At all.
And a point of, I guess, history.
Quarian Bob.
How often do Quarian children, in my knowledge, get adopted out to non-Quarian people? Would I know that maybe these are refugee children from the war, or...
Give me a knowledge roll. Knowledge or history?
17.
How old are you?
I'm just out of my pilgrimage, so I'm not sure. Yeah,
so you're late teens, early 20s sort of deal. And so I would say that you probably heard horror stories of, Quarian kids getting kidnapped, whether they're on pilgrimage or otherwise, because population control is really important in the migrant fleet, right? And so when you have a kid, you protect the kid, right? But after the war, it does happen
but there's still a lot of prejudice against Quarians. Like that doesn't go away overnight. And so it's not entirely unheard of, but it's very rare, and I would say it would be up to June whether or not she would believe that it ever actually happens. Like whether that's legit or whether it's like sketchy adoption shit.
Oh shit.
Okay. June is worried that it might be sketchy adoption shit. And so she's gonna, after kind of processing this in her brain, she's going to kneel down by the kids and look at Ezra, but kind of not. She's going to look more towards Este because she knows Ezra is a little shit and probably won't answer her truthfully.
Este, child, are your dads, are they kind to you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. My dad, Gus, is a baker, and so he makes really tasty things out of my nutrient paste. So I still have to, I get to have the sweet things, and that's nice. But they wouldn't buy me Beth a gift.
Well, I support that decision. How long have you been with your parents?
She kind of looks at Ezra because she figures he's a little older, might actually know.
Este starts like counting on her fingers.
All 6 of them.
Yeah.
And it goes, I don't know, forever.
Why do you want to know?
Because it is very unusual for non-Quarians to take a Quarian child on just out of the goodness of their heart. I would like to know where your Quarian parents are.
At this, Este gets like very, very sad. And she kind of, you can hear her like sniffling a little bit and trying to shake it off. We don't know. As Ezra said they didn't want us. But we have our dads, and they really love us.
Ezra's gonna cover Este's ears and just kind of glare at June and be like, we don't talk about them. Look what you did. No one makes my sister cry but me.
And Este like turns and like kind of like snuggles into Ezra.
Oh, my heart.
Good job, girl.
So June is struggling between her upbringing, which is very, rigid, but also trying to understand a different perspective, which she can understand because she's a Quarian who does not like tinkering with electronics. She wants to do crafting. That's where her heart lies. So there's like a programming within her, and she's trying to understand.
I am sorry, Ezra. It is hard for me to understand. I just want to make sure that you both are safe. How about we go together to find your dads, and I can talk to them.
We'll leave it there for tonight, folks. Will our intrepid employees reach the top floor and divine the reason for the season? The reason for the lockdown? Will our wayward children find their dads? Will Sechasmenos ever find his way out of Tamaru's? Will Beth the Geth stage a hostile takeover of the Citadel? All this and more next time. But for now, I should roll.
You have been listening to I Should Roll, a Citadel Carol, Episode 1. Oh, the weather inside is frightful. Featuring the voices of Amanda Cotter as Este'Nowell Bachjret, Tiff Compton as Cressa, Hans Cummings as Elfest, Maria Damianou as Beth the Geth, Shay Grové as June Loron, Chase Hutchison as Zonn, J.D. Kelly as Vahlen Tyne, Hunter LaPaglia as Ezra'Nowell Bachjret, Lea Lawson as Teer Iüs, Leah Ryan as Maven Tawndry, Dan Spitaliere as Sechasmenos Mavros, and Kaya Renwick as everyone and everything else. Music and sound effects are used under Creative Commons or royalty-free licenses. For the extended credits, please see the show notes. And for more information, please visit ishouldroll.com. Find us everywhere on social media at ishouldroll, and don't forget to leave us a review. I Should Roll is an intergalactic improv initiative production. This fan podcast is a transformative work and is not affiliated with Electronic Arts or BioWare. Thank you for listening. Have a festive day.